Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2016 mid-month readings. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and thank you to those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow my YouTube channel. Um, it's a pleasure and an honor to be with you here today, and welcome to any newcomers. To continue the thank you to my regular clients for allowing me to be a part of the continuously unfolding chapters of your life and for the regular feedback you send me on the readings that we do together. And thank you also to all of you who continue to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. I'm very grateful for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on that little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage for a little more information and my contact address, which is Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you or anyone else you send my way. I do also do gift readings for people as well. Happy Valentine's Day, as I am actually recording some of these on Valentine's Day itself, hoping to get everything out on time for the mid months. And for those of you who are interested, as love is often a focus in February, I do a fairly in-depth our relationship compatibility reading too, in addition to a lot of other different types and lengths of time of readings and year overviews as well. So if you're interested, send me an email and we will go from there. Current turnaround times for personal readings is anywhere from a couple of days upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks since I do readings full time. So moving right along into this, make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. You may find that they play out a little more predictably for you for what's going on in your life over the next couple of weeks. And just by watching all three, if you know them and if you can, they will give you additional bits of insight and clarity onto what's going on in your life. So try to watch all three if you can. So let's get started. Enough talking. I know you guys are always get probably kind of tired of hearing us talk outside of the readings. But I always like to start with my thank yous and to offer options for readings for those of you who want to reach out for those. So this reading is for Sagittarius for February 2017 mid-month. What does the remainder of February, the next couple of weeks, have in store for the fire sign of Sagittarius? Our fun-loving Sagittarians. What does the remainder of February 2017 have in store? What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages from Spirit for the fire sign of Sagittarius for the remainder of February 2017. Okay, Sagittarius, we begin with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Swords, followed by the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords, followed by Justice, the Magician, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. And from the bottom of the deck, representing your overall energy and advice, your crowning card is the Emperor. Okay. Getting some stuff already coming through. So Sagittarius. Okay. So of course there's a lot of you watching. It's not going to mean the same things to everyone watching to the same degree or intensity, of course. How could it? So the specifics of what this the situation this applies to is going to be different things for different people. But as I always say, the fundamental energy for whatever situation you're in kind of remains the same if this resonates for you. So we begin with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Ten of Swords. So the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Pentacles is governed by the element of earth. So the suit of Pentacles, the energy of the suit manifests itself in things that are in our earthly, tangible, material world, things we can see and touch and feel. So often it's things like money, finances, property, real estate, job, etc., tangible things. Pages can represent messengers and messengers. They can represent a level of kind of immaturity or seeing something in a childlike way. The Page of Pentacles can sometimes represent being at the beginning of understanding how to navigate the material world we live in, still having a long way to go, knowing you have a long way to go, but just kind of beginning to have your eyes open to the reality of what something that you may be starting yourself on. However it plays out, the pages always represent being at the introductory stage of something. And the energy of of pages are, they're the youngest and least mature energies of the tarot and people of the tarot. And they often represent that youthful, believe in anything, everything being possible, kind of puppy tripping over its own legs, kind of delightful energy sometimes. Um, but they do represent being at the beginning of a path and still having kind of a long way to learn, a long way to go, or a lot to learn. The Page of Pentacles, out of all four of the pages, is probably the slowest and the most reliable because he's earth energy. So this is somebody who, even though he knows he has a lot to learn and a long way to go, he's going to do it step by step. However, you've drawn this in the reverse position, Sagittarius. So for some of you, and I think for a lot of you, especially looking at your overall energy with that Emperor card, which is all about structure and discipline and being patient and taking your time, the Page of Pentacles in reverse can represent that for some of you, perhaps a lot of you, there is a temptation with something that you're involved in, a temptation to kind of rush ahead. The Page of Pentacles in reverse can represent uh, kind of accepting a short term, what's right in front of you, success or material, some kind of benefit to you. Um, when in actuality, if you do that, you're going to ruin or sacrifice something which is better for you in the long term. It can represent kind of ignoring, walking a longer, more steady and structured path to reach sustainable goals down the road, and just kind of going for what's in front of you, what's immediate, instead of having the patience and perseverance and structure to uh, kind of ignored taking the quick and easy path and opting more for that step by step persevering path, which will be far more sustainable and beneficial to you in the long run. It can represent a lack of planning and just kind of rushing ahead into something without paying attention. Without paying attention to, or enough attention to, structure and planning, which will be a real impediment in a sustainable long-term goal. So, and paired with the Ten of Swords, the suit of swords is governed by the element of air. So swords is all about that rather airy world of what goes on up in our heads. The suit of swords is about our words and ideas and how we communicate those. It's about how we look at things, our perspectives, outlooks, perceptions, and belief systems. It's a very mental, cerebral, intellectual energy, the suit of swords. Tens represent the end of a cycle, coming full circle, the culmination of something, something ending, coming to an end. The Ten of Swords is often referred to as the stabbed in the back card. It can represent a sense of betrayal. And for some of you, although I think it's a smaller portion of you, this Page of Pentacles can represent an actual person in your life, possibly a child or a young person who has betrayed you in some sense, or something has occurred which is left in connection to a child or a young person or someone who's acting very immaturely, and and has resulted in this sense of betrayal or feeling stabbed in the back somehow. But for a lot of you, I'm just getting the impression that the combination of the Page of Pentacles in reverse paired with the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords can represent a betrayal or a very, very strong, almost crushing sense of disappointment, something really turning out unexpectedly far, far different than what you were hoping for it to be. And I feel like for a lot of you, not all of you, but for a lot of you, this combination of energies represents potential right around now or in the immediate future to be very, very cautious about how you proceed through whatever the situation is. It appears that there's a temptation to kind of throw caution to the wind, to maybe disregard planning and structure and discipline, going for a long-term goal or waiting for an outcome which hasn't shown up yet, and just kind of taking what's in front of you or what looks good or quickest or fastest right now, which will block or cancel out a more sustainable, better long-term goal or option or result, because you're so eager to get it right now. And for some of you, this may have happened, but I feel like for most of you, it's more cautionary. I feel like this is either happening now or happening very soon. And that's why we do these readings. Forewarned is forearmed. So for those of you for whom this resonates, some of you, this looks like a legal situation, and it could be that you're hoping for a settlement of some kind or a result, option, outcome, a decision of some kind, and you may have been offered something which is less than the big goal of what you wanted. Um, and you've been offered a smaller amount, or you have the option of taking something, and you may think, well, if I don't take this, there's a chance I could get nothing, so I should just take this and kind of take it and run. But I really feel quite strongly Spirit is kind of really sending this message: don't do it. Don't take what's right in front of you right now just because you're afraid that's all you're going to get or that it's the best you're going to get, whether this is in a civil litigation, settlement, lawsuit kind of issue, perhaps whether it's in a relationship issue of some kind or a work, job, career uh, thing. You may be, I feel like some of you have an opportunity or have been made or somebody's been made an offer to you saying, look, you could wait and see if this plays out bigger and better in the end, but you could get nothing and you could not get anything that you want, but you could get something right now. I feel like Spirit is strongly advising you to not take what's in front of you, to just be patient, stay structured, disciplined, focused, patient, and stay the course and wait and keep looking towards the big goal, that sustainable long term, or maybe not long term, but there's something beyond that you may be tempted to kind of ignore or give up, um, for something that's being offered to you now because you're afraid that the bigger picture, do you understand what I mean, that you want isn't going to happen. Um, don't pay any attention to that. I feel quite strongly Spirit is saying, don't take what looks really good right now, if it means giving up something bigger and better and more sustainable in the future. So forewarned is forearmed. You can do whatever you want. We live in a free will zone, but this is the advice coming through, whatever this pertains to. I do feel like you get kind of caught up in that and get kind of really stressed out, but Spirit is saying it's okay. Trust your instincts and intuition. Trust your initial, um, the big picture goal, what you're going for and what you're waiting for. Trust that the outcome is going to be in your favor, and don't take the first thing that comes along or the first thing that's offered. Because next we transition into the energy of the Nine of Swords, followed by the High Priestess. So the Nine of Swords, air energy here, more of those thoughts, ideas. The Nine of Swords is a card of a lot of stress, anxiety, worry, but staying up late at night, not being able to sleep because you're so consumed with whatever the source of your anxiety and worry is. But the energy of the Nine of Swords is somewhat illusionary, meaning that while what you're concerned about may be completely valid, the Nine of Swords often comes up when we've worked something up in our head to be bigger, worse than it actually is, reflected in the reality of it, particularly those of you who are looking ahead and wanting a particular decision, outcome, offer, uh, and you're tempted to take something smaller and quicker and easier and faster because you're worried that you're not going to get what you want. This is a card that represents you're being too stressed out and giving it too much negative energy. Because that Nine of Swords is paired with the High Priestess, which is major arcana card, so significant, profound energies. This is a card, the High Priestess is incredibly intuitive and highly spiritual. She goes where she's led to go. The energy of the High Priestess is similar to the Star card as well. It's about kind of having hope and faith and having that connection to the divine, so that even if you can't see how the path plays out, it's about going where you feel led, that kind of ping, that intuitive sense, not your thoughts, not necessarily your feelings, but deeper than that, your gut instinct and intuition, trusting in that, trusting in any messages you feel you're getting, paying attention to dreams, thoughts, compulsions you feel led one way or the other, particularly if it's about holding out for something bigger and better in the long term. It's about trusting in that completely and allowing that to kind of lessen or even negate the stress, anxiety, and worry because it feels like a lot of you are really worried. You're really tempted to take something smaller, quicker, easier that's right in front of you because you're afraid that the bigger, better thing you're waiting for is not going to happen. But Spirit is saying, hold tight, hold fast, be patient, and trust. It is coming. Now, next we have the energy of the Ace of Swords, followed by Justice. It's all swords and pentacles here outside of major arcana cards. So for the majority of you, if not for all of you, whatever the situation is about something concrete, money, finances, a lawsuit, a job, career, tangible projects, and a lot of mental thoughts and cerebral energy into it. So here's where the energy begins to shift in a really positive way, particularly those of you who take Spirit's advice and just hold out. Hold the line. The Ace of Swords. Aces represent wands, the beginning of something, the start of a new path that holds a lot of potential. And this is the Ace of Swords. So this represents this is kind of your epiphany moment, your aha, the light bulb going off. The Ace of Swords comes in and it cuts away extraneous fantasy, illusion, any BS, and exposes clarity and reality because the energy of swords is all about truth and clarity and the reality, um, devoid of emotion. It's about things as they actually are. So the Ace of Swords comes in, this sword comes in, and it cuts through, it illuminates. This is about the revealing of information, something coming to a light, clarity. And for some of you, this is going to be something's being revealed, something's being illuminated. You're seeing something in a new light. And I feel like for a lot of you, particularly those of you that this is a lawsuit or a legal issue of some kind, truth is being revealed. In a really good and positive way. Sometimes the energy of the Ace of Swords can be very difficult to deal with because sometimes seeing things for the reality of what it is can be kind of difficult to take. But I feel like for most of you, it's very positive because it's a beneficial illumination. For some of you, truth is being revealed on your side, and it's needed. Uh, and and it's about being vindicated and having something work out in your favor. Again, particularly those of you who are tempted to compromise, negotiate, take the quick, easy because you're afraid that truth isn't going to be revealed and that things are not going to work out for your favor if you wait. If you do, it's going to work out quite well for you because this illumination occurs. The truth is being revealed and it leads to justice, justice in the upright. This represents contracts and negotiations working out in your favor, a real blessing for you. It represents that whatever the outcome is, it's fair, it's just, it's equal, because justice is blind, as the saying goes, meaning that it's the outcome, the result of something is entirely dependent on uh, the proven actions and motivations, truth, clarity, the reality of what is. So the cautionary advice with justice is to conduct yourself in as honest, transparent, high level of integrity and honor as you can, because that's going to directly reflect and affect the outcome. So whatever is being illuminated, whatever truth is coming to light, this new perspective, this new vision, it is bringing justice. It is vindication for some of you. It is successful lawsuits, successful relationships, successful business mergers. Um, Things working out in your favor, successful contracts and negotiations. So again, those of you who are being offered a quick out in the beginning, you're tempted because you're worried you're not going to get the bigger picture of what you want. Hold fast. Don't compromise or negotiate. The truth will be coming to light. Something is going to be revealed and it is going to be working in your favor. And at or towards the end of February 2017, we are off and running, Sagittarius, with the energy of the magician combined with the Ace of Pentacles. The Magician, Major Arcana card, powerful card. This is about having everything that you need to build, manifest, create whatever you want to, because that's what the Magician does. He's a magician. He creates illusions. He creates whatever he wants for his audience, and he's very good at it because of how long he's worked at perfecting his craft. He's worked a lot. He's learned from trial and error, success, failure, triumph, defeat. He's learned from everything, and now he's reached a point where he has all the tools, the wisdom, the knowledge, the experience, the practice. He can build, create, manifest whatever he wants. He's also very independent. He needs very little, if any, help from anybody because he goes his own way. This is about the using your will, your determination, all your skills and knowledge in an external fashion to create externally what you want in a very tangible kind of way, which is interesting because the high priestess is about doing the same thing on an internal spiritual level, and the magician is about using all of that lovely everything that you have, those skills and knowledge and information, in an external way to create and build externally very tangibly. And it's a beautiful combination with the Ace of Pentacles, which is, you have two aces here, lots of success here, which is starting off on a new beginning. But this is Pentacles, this is earth energy. So this is a tangible new beginning. This is moving or relocating. This is starting a new job. This is for some of you getting a lump sum of money, almost like a gift, a settlement offer, a raise, a promotion. The Ace of Pentacles represents a new beginning in a very tangible see, touch, feel kind of way. Home, car, job, promotion, actual dollars and cents too, and you are creating and building and manifesting. It's very successful. You are going to be very successful in whatever this is as it applies to you or resonates for you, Sagittarius. But I feel like the success or the level of success is directly linked to your not giving in to this quick, fast, easy, settle for this because you'll never get what you're really wanting in the end. If those are messages you're getting that's accompanying some kind of offer, don't take it. Spirit is strongly advising you to hold fast, don't compromise and negotiate. Truth is coming out. It's going to work in your favor if you're just patient and hold to that perseverance, that determination, and that structure. Be patient and make sure that all your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted, and all your everything is done the right way, because your crowning card, overall energy, is the Emperor, which for some of you can represent a judge, father or father figure, someone in a position of some status or authority, president, CEO, who has the ability to make this major decision. For others of you, this is going to represent the energy that you need to hold fast to and manifest throughout this situation over the next few weeks. The Emperor is has an even bigger job than the king. I mean, the king has a kingdom to run, and every decision he makes affects everyone in his kingdom. The empire has a whole collection of kingdoms, an empire to run. He's very thoughtful, meditative, contemplative. He doesn't rush into anything because he knows that every decision he makes, anything he sets into motion affects a wide variety of people. So he's very cautious. He studies, he researches, he makes sure that everything is by the book and all his bases are covered before he makes a decision, signs on the dotted line, or agrees to anything. Kind of structure, perseverance, disciplined, patient. That's the energy that needs to be manifested. So what an interesting reading. Again, hold fast. Don't take just whatever is offered in front of you around the middle of the month, Sagittarius. It is worth holding out because it looks like you are going to be, things are going to be working in your favor, and you're going to be in a very powerful position at the end of February going into March to begin to create and build and manifest what you want because you held fast and you didn't compromise. And it looks like some of you may be even getting the actual finances or resources you need in order to move forward into whatever it is that you're creating. So Sagittarius, this wraps up your February 2017 mid-month reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, that you found it useful. And again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, click on that little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the March 2017 general readings. And until then, Sagittarius, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.